Hello, casual nighttime jumping. That's me, that's what I'm doing. I type. I need to get like a notepad or something so that I can remember certain things when I'm streaming, because I need to remember to turn off the bot that changes my username on Twitter, because it breaks now. it breaks my Twitter account. Hello. Oh yeah, oh wait, hold up. Did I not connect Vapor yet? Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, use something called my phone for no. Yeah, sure, but like my phone is tracking my face right now. Um, I think I'll just get a notepad. Like, I have like 3 notepads that are behind me, which I use for work, but I always like I clean my desk up whenever I like finish my work for the day. Um, one second. So I never have like I never have it handy when I'm actually streaming, which is to be honest when I actually need it more. Because when does that still do the jump sound effects? It does. Okay. Um, I need to use it more when I'm like streaming because I forget everything that I say when I stream, and I need to not. So that's when I need it most. But yeah. Red Crown Woods. I've forgotten all of the jumps, but I remember roughly where everything is. So it should be pretty. No, it should be fine. Give Cole sticky notes. I actually don't have any sticky notes left. I usually just use notepads more than sticky notes. I like notepads a little bit better. But yeah, I need to make a. I'm just gonna 1 second. I'll do that. I'll use notepad. Um, turn off live bot for Twitter. Fuck. Done. Note made. Ah. I think also, did I check the. How loud is it when I jump? It's a little loud. I'll turn it down a tiny bit. Also, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna play some Jump King. It's gonna be like, uh, just like brain dead hours, I think. Mainly because I, man, I just work has been like very um intensive recently, so I've not got brain power whenever I finish work anymore. I used to, but now I'm just gonna not have brain power, and that is fine. I use it all during the day now instead. I wish I just had oh, the the easy job that I used to have, but I was like, nah, I'm worth more than that. I should go for a better job, and then I have a better job now. Damn. It's like the most fucking privileged thing to say. Damn, I wish I had a worse job. Oh, like the little app that comes on your PC, not physical. Oh, right, yeah, yeah, yeah. I, yeah, I have I tend to use just like the like TXT notes because I got used to them for uh I used to use a text editor called Sublime, which outputted everything in like the exact format that you wanted. Um, because I used to do like a lot of PHP and JavaScript, which I don't really do too much of anymore. But I used to do that, so Sublime Text worked well. And I got used to just writing my notes in the same app that I used to write everything else in. So yeah, just plain TXT files. Hello, Jade Peppermint. How are you? Um, but yeah, it's a little boring, I guess. I'm sort of debating on getting the cap because I remember it being really difficult and I'm a little bit out of practice. But it's probably fine, right? Oh, I'm so good at this game. Cool. Yep. Yeah, no, I deserve that. That's fine. I have a hat though. I feel like that's definitely worth it. Ah, think what a good. I always go. Whenever I go to like the supermarket, I buy sparkling water because I like that, and I always like buy like a few big bottles, like a few liters, and then I just go through it immediately. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm a little uh brain dead today, so I'm playing a game I don't really need to think about too much. But I'm glad you're good. How is everyone else, by the way? I didn't ask that when I started. How's everyone day gone? I remember the first time I did the sewers as well, which it killed me because every time you fall in the sewers, you fall back to that exact place, the colossal drain even. Because yeah, every single fall just sends you immediately back to that, and god damn, it hurts every time a little bit. Oh, that was way too big. Feel like that. And this jump as well, the first jump of the colossal drain is also one of the hardest. Man, they intentionally designed this game to like hurt you, and I think it's sort of very funny. My tattoo appointment is next week on Pog. That's very cool. You said this one was bigger, right? Wait, is there? There's something up here, right? No, there isn't. Okay. I forget where all the secrets are. Oh, there's one up here. I'm sure there's one up here. This might just make me fall. No, okay, yeah, it just made me fall. There was one though. Gonna be entire underside. Oh, man, that's cool. When I went to Wingfest the other day, I say the other day, it was like a week ago now. And my sense of time is not very good. Um, I met up with my friend who's got the full sleeve of like different characters, which is cool. But it's a friend that started getting it done before the lockdown, and then um, and then during lockdown he decided that he really didn't want to like code anymore, so he's completely changed his career. And uh, coming out of lockdown, he didn't have like any money. He's got like a job again and stuff now, so he's doing well, but um, he didn't like out of lockdown have the money to like just get the tattoo straight again. So he's just got like I think it's half colored, like all of these. It's a really cool looking tattoo, but it's like it's not done yet, and I always feel sad about that because it looks so cool, but it's like very not finished. The other day recently, it happened at some point. I don't remember whether it was 1 or 2 weeks ago though. That's the thing because I don't yeah. Brain does not have capacity to do things right now. Ah, oh, I've forgotten how big this jump is. Like that? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think. Oh, that's fine too. That's okay. As long as it was within the past month or so, I think saying the other day is fine. Yeah, I think so too. I'm glad you agree. Yeah, no, it was definitely last week. I'm remembering it. It was a week, 2 days ago, so 9 days ago, because I uh I usually, so the way that I like clean up is um I clean pans and like essential, like if I make a plate that's like really messy, then I will clean that up immediately. But if I make like a small plate of like toast or something, I usually just put it next to the sink ready for either Wednesday or Saturday, and then on Wednesday or Saturday I'll do like a few days worth of pots. Um, because that's what I can manage. Um, and because I went out on the Saturday, I had to do it on the Sunday instead, and that was definitely like a week ago. That was too much. I knew that was too much before. That's fine, whatever. I said casual because I usually don't get like very salty at Jump King. Like if I make really big falls, I do, but I can feel myself getting a little more salty than usual, even at the start, which is weird. Either way, I know these jumps. This is not a relaxing game, nor is it casual. Yeah, no, it is. It's a casual, relaxing game. It's just like Elden Ring or any of those games that I play before I go to bed. I've forgotten that jump, which is annoying, because that is near the top of the drain. And forgetting one near the top of the drain means you lose a lot of progress. Why would you go to bed angry? I won't go to bed angry, it's fine. Don't worry about it, Hal. Don't worry about it. Also, I saw the tweet, like, literally just before I went live. Um, and I didn't even process it when we were live. Good joke, well done, haha. Make me go haha. Let's try and remember this. Is it a bounce? It is not a bounce. Is it a slightly shallower bounce? It is, it's a shallower bounce. Okay, fair enough. Understood. I think you can just go straight up from here. You go straight up. Yeah, right? Yeah, okay, you can. Cool. Man, learning the game again is like a little bit nerve-wracking because when you've forgotten everything, it's like, every jump can make me fall again. Okay, I'm in the safe area. Everything's good. Nope, nope, nope. It's actually really funny that this is your late night game of choice and not something like Peggle. No, Peggle is for when I'm switched on. I need to be ready for Peggle. This is my unwinding game. Peggle's too stressful for now. It has been a long time since I played Jump King though. Like I I really like this game, but I I've not, like, I mean obviously I've not played too much of it because when you play a lot of this game you get sort of you that was way too much. I overshoot that one because it's like it's scary. It's scarier to fall, but it means I fuck up more. Like that. See, that's why I fuck up because I don't want to. Oh, okay, that's fine. Usually you go to the bottom of Colossal Drain when you do that jump wrong. Ah, I did anyway. That's fine. That's fine too. Smile through the pain. I actually want to know how I get up to that shortcut. No, it's okay. It wasn't that. I'm just going to experiment for a bit because I've never done that shortcut before. I know it's there. Oh wait a minute. Is that? Oh, sometimes the textures just look different as well. Like you can see, like where the pipe meets the wall here. There's like a slightly different texture. Um, and then like up in the top left, there is that same texture, but I don't know how to get to it. I don't think it's like full jump. No. Oh, it is. Okay. How do I? Okay, I don't think this is actually anything. I think this is a way to get up here. It is. Okay. And this is like that? No. This? Yeah. Nope. Is this shortcut harder than just doing it? What the heck? I guess it's a little bit safer once you make it in. No, it's not. But that's fine. Whatever. I've done it now. That's fine. I just wanted to know how to do it. Oh, and like obviously this is a new save as well. Because I don't have my PS4 anymore. Very sad. I also, oh man. So apparently there are certain games where you need to upload manually the save files on your PS4 or PS5, and Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of those games. So when my PS4 broke, I don't have my Final Fantasy VII save data anymore, which is very sad because it seems like there's a reasonable chance that the game follows on, like the next game follows on with your save data. So I might replay, I might replay that at some point. Oh god, this song, Daft Punk, harder, better, faster, stronger. There was a very very viral video when I was younger. Um, Actually, a couple came out, Daft Bodies and I think Daft Hands, which was just this, but like the one with the writing on the hand. Yeah, okay, that's the other one. That's like Daft Hands, and there's another one which is Daft Bodies, which I think was the first one, where they put like cardboard boxes on their head, and like put smiley faces on them like they were robots because like Daft Punk have helmets, but they were like really low budget version Daft Punk cosplay. And yeah, they did the same thing that Daft Hands did, where they like showed the word as it came up, but it was with like their whole bodies, like a full dance rather than just like hands. I remember watching that as a kid and being like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to do that one day, and then obviously I didn't because that's not something you really do. I like Daft Punk a lot. I really like Discovery as well. If I don't know if anyone's watched it, but there's an animated film. I think it might actually be anime now that I'm thinking about it, but I've not watched it since I was younger. Called Interstellar 5555. I think it's four fives. Would it make more sense for it to be? Whatever it is, it's Interstellar and then a few fives after it. Um, and it's the full like album Discovery. um, but animated as a movie, and it's about like a bunch of alien pop stars that get abducted and brought to Earth to make music. It's good. It's weird, but it's good. Um, and I really liked it when I was a little bit younger. I mean, it's mainly because I like Daft Punk, but I've not listened to, or I don't really listen to that much Daft Punk anymore. But I still like Discovery. Oh yeah, the MV's storyline. Yeah. I watched some of them, but out of order. Yeah, I think that's what most people did. Because obviously, like, there's the singles in this album, like Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, which everyone has heard, but then there's a bunch of songs which people haven't really heard. So like those, they're not really shown very much. But there's a full movie. Um, it's really good. It was the original Blue People Alien movie before Avatar. Okay, back to the jump. I hate this fucking jump so much. Ah, cool. Cool, cool. Oh yeah, I've got a bit of like a sporadic playlist on also, by the way. It's in order of like a few songs that are grouped together. Um, like it had the Smiths before, and then it's got like a few of this sort of genre. Um, I think I think it there's like City Pop and Arctic Monkeys in as well, but like it will just the genre will just suddenly change, and then it will be that genre for a while, and that's just how it is. Sorry, haha, teehee. This is also my brain off music. I think I used to get stuck in False King's Keep anyway. I don't think this is new. I mean, I get stuck everywhere in this game because it's Jump King, and you're meant to. But there's some parts of the game that I remember being better at, and this wasn't one of them. Even though it's like it's not a difficult part of the game, it's just I think I get complacent or too comfortable, I guess is probably a better way to describe it. Because it's a part of the game where you get like a sort of semi like pseudo checkpoint where you can't fall as far anymore. I'm gonna take you. You're gonna take me to the kitchen to cook. Girls, you have. Hmm. When whenever you say that you either want curry or spring rolls, I then want curry or spring rolls because I like those two foods a lot. But when when I make when I make curry quite a lot and it's fine. I usually have like the ingredients in to make it, but I never have it to make spring rolls. So whenever you say it, I just have to exist being upset that I don't have spring rolls. I hope you enjoy them. Yeah, they're not super difficult to make. It's just I don't often have all of the stuff to make them. And okay, there we go. I was going to say I don't usually get stuck on that jump, but I guess I oh I guess I just am now. This is what's happening. Actually, maybe we're not talking about the same ones, do we? Hmm? Wait 1 second. Sorry, brain struggling to read. Actually, maybe we're not talking about the same ones. Do we talk about the fresh ones? Then, yes, these. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, I was right. It does switch to City Pop first. I couldn't remember whether it was Arctic Monkeys or City Pop. It is City Pop. And people use spring and summer rolls interchangeable. Hmm. I think I don't. I call everything spring roll and play the game of what will I get this time. Yeah, I think I do something similar. I'm not putting enough in. I feel like I'm pressing it for longer each time, but I'm very clearly not. Some places near me do call them summer rolls instead, though. I think to distinguish that. We I've never seen it in places around me called summer rolls. Um, Everything's just called spring rolls. Around where I live. Ouch. That's fine. To eat water, drink water. Find my elbow on the way back. Around where I live, we have like quite good like food quality and like selection, and what you can get is like really good. Uh, but that is like for England. Like it's not like holy shit, this is amazing. I've never had anything better than this. It's just like you've got like quite high food quality for or like quite a lot of it's not really food quality. It's I'm thinking of it's like the selection, because a lot of places that I've gone to in England, you have like two takeouts in a single restaurant, and then it's like, okay, which of the three things do you want? And it's almost always like fish and chips, an Indian curry house, and then one surprise random roll, which, to be honest, is quite a lot of the time Italian. But around me, it's good. I've got a lot of selection, but it's still like it's still it's still England at the end of the day. I wish I could get good fish and chips near me. I think most places in England have reasonably good fish and chips. I mean, there's plenty of places that don't, but like we, I mean, I've spoken to you about it before, type, but like just anything like delivered in England is with like such a tiny island that like, no matter where you are, everything is only like absolute maximum a day away. So obviously, like seafood is pretty good most of the time because we're an island and we are never more than a day from the sea. I think that's maybe why we like fish and chips so much, is because like generally fish is pretty good here. Cornwall is very good for fish and chips. Cornwall also has Cornish pasties. Cornwall is like Cornwall is a good place to get British food. Like if you want like the not like good like oh not like prepared like meals, but like the like greasy type of foods that we make. That's Cornwall does it better than I think like most other places in England. Because they do fish and chips better than any. Oh, it's a note. Jumper's poem. But yeah, Cornwall does fish and chips better, and they do Cornish pasties better because that's where Cornish pasties are from. One second. I need a drink. I also like that he looks up whenever you leave him to just stand there for a little bit. I don't know how to. I just okay, that works. That doesn't. Echo no keys. I watched I watched a movie with Hal not too long ago, and um it was about like music and old. There was like one of the crucial plot points was a record from uh like early 80s ish. Um, and they played it at the end, and I was like, oh, it sounds it sounds like Taiko Nuki, and that was one of her album covers or like the album art earlier in the film. And then I looked it up after the film was done, and it was her. And I was like, that's why it sounds like that. But it's a song that I hadn't heard because it was one of her newer singles, and I've not really listened to a lot of them. I think Sun Shower is uh Sun, Sun Shower's like I think it might even be early 70s. No, I think it is late 70s. But that's like that's sort of her best album, or like considered her most popular album, I think. Very cool that you're able to pick that up. I couldn't do it for anyone else. She's my favorite city pop artist. Her and Kingo Hamada. Kingo Hamada's so cool. Okay. I did the hard jump. I was distracted. I don't remember doing it, but I did it. Cool. I don't remember where I need to be on the platform for this, but I know it's a full jump. I guess probably near the back, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Nope, nope. Ah, that was very dangerous. You don't usually fall that far down when you're doing that jump. Is it here? It is, okay. I was very confused for you were very confused for a second. The unicorn one, the last unicorn. Yeah. I always I Schmendrick. I every time I think I try to remember Schmendrick's name, genu genuinely Schmelman just comes into my head every time and I don't know why. Because that just isn't that's a word that is just come out of my head. I don't know why it's so lodged in there. Remember this jump being difficult but not having a lot of consequence. This one being easy. And then this one up here is difficult, like one of the hardest in the game, and just has horrific consequences when you fail it. This much. Fucking damn it. Oh, this is also this is where I was in the game. Like, Wagenburg was where I was when we decided to do Pilk originally. No, no, not Pilk, soy milk. Soy milk. Soy milk. Delicious, delicious soy milk. I have mango and water with me this time. Mango juice and water. Well, mango cordial. So good. The only thing is, it's a really difficult jump straight after it as well. Get down. I hate this one too. I'm so good at Jump King, man. It's crazy. It's actually insane. No one's ever done it like I have. I mean, people do this game in 4 minutes, which makes me makes me confused. Is this a jump or a fall? I think it's a jump, right? It is a jump. Is there a way up here? There is not. I've tried it once, and that is everything. I think there might be better ways to do a lot of these jumps as well, but like I've not really watched the best ways to do things. I just sort of do them until I learn my way of doing it. I feel like that's fine. 100% unique. I don't like this jump either, I remember. This one's even worse. The top of Bargenberg is a fucking nightmare. Like that previous screen and this screen just have like two really horrible jumps next to each other. Completely missing is so much like better than barely missing. No. Hit this jump. I did it like the second time. I thought that was it. I thought I wouldn't have to do that jump again tonight. That's fine. I'm gonna do it. Oh, first time. 2 of 3. I drew. Ah, yes, Jump King. Just a casual low input. Exactly. I'm glad you understand. That's not even a hard jump. Oh wait, I think is it it's a full jump from here, right? Yeah, okay, okay. There's certain times where the textures like line up a little bit nicer for full jumps. I think a lot of a lot of the time this game feels like every single jump is like a risk, but most of the time there's like a good chunk of the jumps are very easy and then they're just interlaced with like a few ridiculously difficult jumps. You know who's watching me play? Oh my gosh, I'm so blessed. Thank you so much, Gino. I brought I had a few friends stay over. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. I just full fucking sent it on a jump where you're really not meant to. Ah, I had a few friends over as well on the Saturday. And I brought one of them slept on the sofa and I brought a mattress down for the other one. Um and I've not brought my mattress upstairs yet, and I think the cats are like very confused by the fact that there is a mattress in the middle of my living room. That's fine too. This is fine. I'm okay with that. Um, because they keep just like walking around it in circles and then like running up it. I love my cats too. They're very cute. And I love your cat. He is very, very handsome. He takes very good pictures. Hi Jai. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? This is fine. I don't really want to be near the top anyway. You know, it's Colossal Drain is a comfortable part of the game. I know all of the jumps. I know exactly how much like force to put into everything. There's a lot of full jumps or like minimum jumps. It's fine. I don't want to be up there. I like it here. Not falling. I'm just replaying good content. This is my favorite part of the game. You know? Like look at this. I don't fall at this part of the game. It's good. I like this. I know how to jump in this part of the game. Ignore that part. I was just warming up. This jump is so mean though. Like they give you like such a large amount of like unfailable screens in this part of the game where it's like you can't really fall that far, and then they just have this where you can fall like right to the bottom of Colossal Drain if you fuck it up. Okay. ah, I was when I took that first jump and I landed on the block, I was about to say, but it's okay because I don't fuck up. And then I thought, no, wait, Cole, there's another jump here. Don't say it yet. I jinxed myself just by thinking about it. My god. My gosh. You can see that exactly. I just yeah, that's fine. That's fine too. All part of the fun of Jump King. I think I'm rushing it a little bit here because I don't usually miss that jump at least. I think I've I might maybe have gotten a little bit aggravated by that fall. Okay, good. I took a little bit of time there, calm myself down. I think even though like they are notoriously like stressful games, these sorts of games do like actually help me unwind, like not even ironically. I think because it's like even though it's like a frustrating thing, it is a repetitive thing because you are doing the same jumps over and over again because you continuously fall. Um, and I think just like the repetition helps me like unwind. Also, I've realized if I pretend that I'm not incredibly stressed and just like talk through it, like say random bullshit instead of like talking about the game, I can just perform a lot better. So that's cool. Back to Bargainberg, yay. And no one does it like me. I'm so cool. I that jump feels so good to get right. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I just walked off last time. That was so devastating. Yeah, I assume when you do it enough, it's all muscle memory and less thinking about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it is. I've not done it that much yet to get like to a point where I'm that good at it. But I've seen like a lot of speedruns of this game where people really just go ham, like they shoot straight up to the top in like a few minutes. And I really like it looks like a really fun game to speedrun when you get really good at this game and you can just like instinctively like feel out, yeah, okay, it's the jump is this easy or like takes this long to do. But there's still a lot where I really struggle. Is this jump a bounce? I think it is. I think it's a full bounce from like here. It is. Cool. Great Frontier. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever. I like Bargenberg. I like the bottom of Bargenberg too. It's better this way. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. I can't stop the loneliness. Okay, fine. Nice to play whatever pace I want to without too much brain power. A few dopamine hits when you get yeah, yeah, I'm feeling the dopamine. Gotta have a sip of my drink. Ah, fuck. Yeah, no, I knew that was gonna happen. I just remember when I was at when I was at the top of Barkenberg. That was cool, wasn't it? Hmm. I I've been working with at my like day job. I've been working with an agency for like a year, and today was the last day of that. That's not a jump. It's fine, whatever. I've been working with an agency for like a year, and today was the last day of working with them, and we all did the goodbyes. Um, and like logged out of all the different accounts and stuff, and parted ways. And um, it's like sort of just dawning on me that like a lot of the work that the agency took on is now my responsibility, and I'm like, ah man, this is really good because like it it puts me in a really good standing with my company, which is great. I'm already in a good standing with my company. They think I'm a lot better than I am, which is good. But now like as I take on the work that they were doing as well, it'll be like, ah yes, he's really good. Look at all this shit that he can do. But also at the same time, it means that I have to do all that shit. I have to do all the stuff so that they can know that I do all the stuff. Horrendous. Good, yeah, but added responsibilities. Yeah, added responsibilities. Hmm. The people that I took the project off, though, the agency that I've been working with were really uh like quite thorough in the information that they gave me. So it's good. It's a good thing. It's just also yeah, like you said, added responsibility. They've already been giving me like a lot more responsibility though. Like as in the interview, they said like, "Can you deal with this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can deal with that. It's fine." Like, I've got experience doing these things and these things and these things, and they're all what's the word? Like it's not the same, but it was all like um relevant experience. So they were like, "Yeah, okay, he's got all of these skills that are relevant to the job that we want to give him." But all of those skills like that I have used in like past jobs, they were all separately and like they were all my main responsibility at that time. And now I just gotta do them all at the same time and be like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Which is and it's good, you know, like it's not actually a bad thing. It's just it's a little daunting, you know, do a lot of the work that you used to like splitting up between different people. Finish the leftovers. Park. I I made like sort of nasi goreng sort of for dinner, like Indonesian fried rice, but I sort of I don't know if I can really call it that anymore because like I learned a recipe like years ago at this point. And every time I make it, like it's a little bit different, and I'm not really sure it's the same thing anymore at this point. It's been years since I've seen the recipe, but I mean, it's just like it's It's soy sauce, it's ketchup, mayonnaise, rice, uh, like a bit of ginger, and like chilies, and then you just like throw in some other things. Um, so I feel like it's still like pretty, it's still pretty faithful because you can't like no matter what you throw in, it's still just like oh same. I do that a lot though. Like there's a lot of things that I learned how to make a long time ago. Um, and I just sort of know roughly the spices or the herbs or the ingredients that go into the meal, and I just sort of eyeball it every time, and then taste it and see if it like needs to change a little bit. And a lot of the time it works, and a lot of the time I like I'm able to flavor it a little bit more to exactly how I want it, which is fine. But sometimes it just like over years and years of me cooking the food, just it's not the same food as like the recipe that I originally learned anymore. Cupcake, love it. Oh yeah, and exciting news about Pilk Bar. We're we are ever closer, inching towards the starting line. We'll look forward to that. I will obviously like post a lot more about it when it's when we've got some more concrete details and we've like ironed out some of the things that we're missing. But it is exciting. No 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 no. I feel that so much, Skeleton Man. Sometimes I just full send it, and I don't know why because like I know the jump is not like the max jump, but I just like forget to let go of the jump button and like fully charge it. Once I stop being crazy about finding the perfect music. No, I think it's good. Like I spent a bit of time looking today. I didn't send you any of the ones because I couldn't find any that I really liked. You know what? Actually, like the thing is, I want it's like a sort of smooth jazz vibe, but also not for the BGM. And it's like in I have what I want in my head, but I can't find it. Like so I just keep like going through like different songs. Um but I think it's fine. Like we've not got any deadlines. We don't need to rush anything, but at the same time like we don't need it to be perfect either. I think we can just do it when we want to do it, you know. Um, and if we want to spend more time looking through music, I think we're okay to do that. And I think if we want to just go with what we've got, we can do that too. I think it's genuinely like we can just do whatever. Same. You've got a few recipes that evolved over time, and then I'm not even close to the original. Yeah, yeah. I feel that. It's just it's what happens though, right? Because like you end up still enjoying the food that you're making. Like even if it's not exactly the same as the original, it's suited to the way that you cook and the way that you want to taste it. Um, Plus, like it gets you more used to using the herbs and the spices and knowing what flavors they will make when you actually put them in things. And then you can make it just like you can make anything taste the way you sort of want it to. Um, Regardless of like recipes. That's because in life you always yeah, just need to always full send it. Full send it. But yeah, my with with like this responsibility thing, my my what's what the fuck's it called? My imposter syndrome like always flares up to an excessive degree. And it's like I was saying, right, when I was doing the interview, I was I was saying things like, yeah, these are all my like this is my experience, this is my experience, and it's all relevant. Blah 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 blah. I if I like logically think through the things that I need to do and the things that I am responsible for now in my job, it's like, yeah, I can do it. But I always feel like when I'm talking to like the higher ups and like the managers and shit, I'm just like, yeah, I can do it, and I'm like, I fully don't believe that I can. I'm just like, nah, yeah, but like I can do it. It's fine, and I feel like I'm lying to them. But when I like actually think about it, I'm not actually lying to them. Like I can do the shit. It's just my brain tells me that I can't. It's very very silly. I think I was just saying thought. Can never find one that sounds right. Keep obsessively looking. Maybe we should just get a custom BGM in the future. Yeah, we can. I mean, the problem then becomes finding an artist, right? Though that like that we like and trust that can produce some music that we want, and then it's just another game of looking through a bunch of different things until we find one that we like, which we will probably spend just as long doing, if not significantly longer, because we'll be spending money on it, and in circles nonstop. Yeah, I mean, I am always down to do that though. Like I I think like all of what I do like in VTubing for me this is it's it's fun but like not just the streaming aspect. Like having a model is really cool and fun and like I don't actually need a model to stream, right? But having one is cool. Um and I like it and it's fun. Um and like having custom BGM made, like we don't need that. But also I think that would be really cool and fun. And I'm like, might as well. Like it would be pretty cool. But at the same time we don't need it. It's like we can just yeah. I think I'm like very flexible with all of it because I think there's no wrong way of doing it. Definitely start with what works now. Never stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think this should be like a constantly evolving project. Um, and um, man, uh, yeah, no, I think it should be a constantly evolving project, and I think like what we have now is enough. You turned on the light. I have turned on the light. I actually wrote down a note before I started, which is on my phone app, which is buy a desk lamp because my desk lamp doesn't work, and I keep forgetting to buy one because it makes my face tracking isn't like super good right now. Um, but when I'm like, if I test it in the middle of the day, it works really well. And I've figured out it's probably just because like my lamp is behind me, so I'm not actually getting much light on my face right now, and I think that's why, yeah, that's why it is the way that it is. A nice ring light. I've looked at like softbox lights, um, and I'm considering. My dad used to be like a an amateur filmmaker, but he doesn't make films right now. I'm thinking of maybe just like grabbing one of the boxes that like makes soft light and just like putting it on some random lamp um and just sticking it on top of my PC tower at some point because that would be very good lighting and also wouldn't like blind me. Custom BGM is like Skeb, basically self-indulgent. Yeah, exactly. I've bought like the first time I realized how easy Skebs were, I got one and I was like, oh, that was easy, so I just got two more straight away. But I really like, yeah, it's like I said, I just think it's cool to have. Like it doesn't I don't really have like much of a purpose for this. I really like it. I look at artists that I like and I say, "Hey, artists that I like, please do this thing for me." And like none of it actually I yeah, it's all just because I really like it. Like I like VTubers and I like artists and it's just me self-indulging, getting things that I like and enjoy. I'm concerned for your eyes, that's why I'm asking. Yeah, I mean, my my eyes are good for the time being. I do have the lamp on, so there is light. It's not like I'm in a dark room looking at a big light box. But yeah, I do need to sort out the lighting in my room a little bit more, just in general. I have like Philips Hue bulbs in a few places in my house, so I can put really soft light in a room. And I have the box that controls them all. Just like I can literally see it's just in a random box that I still haven't unpacked since moving, and I moved a long time ago. Like every other box is unpacked. There's just one box that has like a few random bits in, like an old keyboard and the Philips Hue thing, which I couldn't be bothered setting up, and I just have continued to not be bothered to set it up. Um, so yeah, I don't actually have Philips Hue bulbs. I just have I just have normal bulbs that say Philips Hue on them because I still use the light switches, and it's just like 100 or nothing. I can have a fun disco mode. Or I can have a party. I've I've actually got a redeem that I haven't turned on. Um, because I wanted to. I've I can't figure out how to set it up properly because like I've got it as a sound alert right now, and it's it plays a song called like Dragon Funk, I think, which is like a very upbeat, like dancey song. But I've not turned the redeem on. and I wanted to have it so like figure out a way where it would like move my VTuber model into like the middle of the screen and also change chat to like emote only chat. And it would just be like I could like change the scene. I don't know whether I could do that through a redeem, but like I could change the scene manually when I hear it starting. And it's just like a little dance party for like 30 seconds. But yeah, I've only set up half of that and it's not just like not finding the time, it's also like the ability to set it up because like there's a few components that I don't know how to do. I've looked up changing it to emote only mode. um and there's a way that you can do it with like a custom made bot where you like where you code it yourself and it's in Python so like it's not difficult. But I'd have to have it up, like I'd have to have the bot on a server constantly, or I'd have to run it myself every time I started stream. So that when someone redeems it, it goes through the bot, and then the bot is an admin on your channel, and then the admin turns on like emote only mode. It's like it's not complicated, but it's just a little time consuming to set up, and then also there's all of the other components at the same time, and yeah, it's a lot to do for a for a silly idea that I have. I will probably do it anyway, at some point someday, but for the time being, it's just uh more effort than it's worth, I think. How long have I been streaming? 1 hour 17 minutes, and this is like these trees are the first area. Like I'm at the top of the first area. You can't really pay attention to this game because it makes you gasp and flinch every time I fall. Yeah, maybe you could watch someone else play this game then, but definitely not me. I uh I have not figured out how to not do this yet. 1 hour 14 minutes 41 seconds. 1,000 jumps and 100 fails, so like 1 in 10 fails falls. How do you not get itchy fingers? Uh I don't know, I don't really get itchy fingers. A lot of content to get through. Mm. Yeah, yep. Crazy how much content they put into Jump King, man. Have you ever played Only Up? I've not played Only Up, but I've seen people play it. Specifically Ludwig. I've watched a few of Ludwig's streams, and I think I watched one of his videos on it as well. It looks like hell, that game. I might try playing it at some point. Um, just because it's it's this type of game. It's a Fuddian game, but 3D platformer. However, I'm not so sure because it looks very janky. Like when I play Jump King, right? If I fuck a jump up, I am frustrated and I'm annoyed, but it feels like it's my fault. It feels like yeah, the controls are really tight, right? Like the jumps are very accurate and precise every single time. The amount that I put into the X is exactly right. Um, or like he jumps the exact amount I expect him to when when I press the button for the right amount of time. Just walking off. I'm not even like jumping wrong. I'm just fucking walking off. My God. Um, but yeah, it's the controls are really tight, even though there aren't that many of them. Whereas Only Up doesn't look like that. Only Up looks like a little bit janky, you know? I don't know how else to describe it, but like you know what I mean? Like where it's like it looks like the controls aren't very tight and it would I don't know how to explain it. I have the same impression of Only Up. Yeah, yeah. And I am interested in Only Up. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm not interested in it. And the chances are, because of the type of game that it is, at some point I will get round to playing that game because I do actually like the look of it, despite that. But yeah, I'm not exactly in a rush to play it right now. Just wondering if this game is more or less or equally as frustrating. I think this game is probably less frustrating than Only Up from what I've seen of Only Up. Um, like the jumps in this are designed to like piss you off, as they are in like most games that are similar to this, for sure. But not just the jumps in Only Up, like the game itself is designed to piss you off. Like it has the music that plays when you fall, and every single time you fall, it plays the same music, and it's just like, oh, it's designed to make you like not even angry, just like disheartened. You know, it it makes you want to give up, which I think is good. I think they did a good job in that aspect, but I think that game is probably a lot more frustrating. But yeah, I've like I said, I can't actually that's like speculation because I've not actually played the game, but it feels like it would be more frustrating to play. I played Pogo Stuck and Getting Over It, and uh, this is this one is my favorite of them. I like Jump King. It's a fun it's a good game. Obviously, like Getting Over It's the progenitor. Is that the right word? Like it's responsible for making all of the other ones, basically. Like the other ones, I don't think these games would exist without Bennett Foddy getting over it. I just full sent it again. That's fine. Didn't get punished. I did this time though, and that's okay. We learn from our mistakes. You've only seen a little gameplay. I know when they catch ledges or not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Neither do I. I don't know whether you even need to like press a button to do it, like, or it just does it like manually, automatically. I don't. Yeah, I don't know a lot of that game. And also, there's like mid-air rolls which stop momentum, which is a mechanic that I like feels like you'd have to get used to it. There's a lot about that game that I like. I have seen people playing it, but I can't like intuit what it would feel like playing from the gameplay. I feel like Jump King though is different. Like before I played Jump King, I saw people playing it and I was like, okay, you, you go left and right and you jump a certain amount. And then I played it and I was like, yep, that's exactly what this game is. It's exactly what it looks like. I think this is the reason I don't like I obviously do get upset and tilted at this game for sure because like it's the sort of game that it is. It's designed to do that. But I don't get as frustrated playing this game because like it does feel like it is my fault every time I fall. I'm like, yeah, I did something wrong there. It's not like I I blame the game. It's like when I'm playing like some like there's certain times when I'm playing Dark Souls, right? Or Elden Ring. More Dark Souls actually is a better example because Elden Ring feels a little different. But when I'm playing Dark Souls, there will be um most of the time uh if if I die, I will be like, right, okay, I didn't roll there at the right time. I did something wrong. But there is times in Dark Souls where it's it doesn't it feels like I rolled at the right time and like the frames didn't come in correctly or like I was put in a position where I shouldn't have been. And that's like the difference between getting like a little bit mad where it's like, oh, I fucked up, but it was my fault. And that makes me a little bit mad because I'm like, ah, damn, skill issue, right? But there's when it feels like it's the game's fault, that pisses me off so hard. I'm like, I don't want to keep playing this. with with Dark Souls, most of the time, like 99% of the time, it when I die, I'm like, that was my fault. I did something wrong there. But there's just like a tiny bit where it's like, no, the game is the problem. And with I think the more the more of the time that I feel like it's the game's problem, the less I feel like happy playing it. Like if it always feels like it's a me issue, like it's a skill issue, I'm fine. I don't really care. I can play it for over and over and over again and never really get like too bored of it. But when it's not skill issue, when it's the game's fault, that's when I get mad. And in Jump King, it's never the game's fault. It is it is every single time it is your fault, which is maybe it's frustrating in another way, but it's a way that I enjoy at least. And Elden Ring feels like quite tight as well. It's there's certain bosses, like Melania, but where it doesn't it doesn't feel like it's avoidable. But like most of the time in Elden Ring, you're like, yeah, no, this is a me problem as well. Elden Ring feels very tight. Um, but yeah, I like skill issue games, but I don't like purely frustrating games. Yeah, it's not for everyone. It's not gonna handhold you. Yeah. You've gotta want it. That's why that was recently uh how long ago was it now? Like three weeks to a month ago. I played Lies of Lies of P demo, which is a Souls like, but the dodging mechanic in it is not um not very fine tuned yet. You can tell it's a bit you can tell it's a demo. Um and that when I was getting hit in that game, it really didn't feel like my fault. I was like, this game is broken. I don't want to play it. But it was like a fairly polished demo, and I was really enjoying most of it. I feel like it has a lot of potential, and I'm sort of semi excited for it when it comes out. But it just it was making me more frustrated than like normal Dark Souls would because it just wasn't feeling like I was the one fucking up. Yeah, I'm actually also like I like playing hard games as well, just in general. I'm really not very good at games. I I really like playing hard games, but I spend a long time when some people can like storm through them. But I get good eventually. I I will eventually get to the point where I can do everything pretty well. Like I can do Souls games now. But when I started, I very much couldn't. Hmm. This isn't where I was meant to go. That's fine, whatever. I think yeah. I know I can full jump there, but can I full jump here? I always I feel like I never try it from the far right. I always try it from the left. Okay, I definitely can't full jump there. Lesson learned. And I feel like I've missed that jump a very significantly like larger portion of the time than I usually do, or percentage of the time. I always try and rush the King's Keep. I think that's the main thing that makes me fall here. I always feel like there's less consequence because you don't fall as far. Like these jumps are all like easy, but I still mess them up. Finally out. Fucking after I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a while. I think what did I say, like 1 hour quarter? It was like been like 15 minutes since I've been here. Hmm. Thank you for the hydrate, Enom. And also welcome. Ah, the City Pop has ended. Now we're into Arctic Monkeys. Let's
Hiya.
hiya. Hiya Hal. 1 second, I'm gonna check my playlist and see what is after this. Oh, I think this is just alright, okay. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I might change it, but we'll have Arctic Monkeys in. Arctic Monkeys for a little while. I've been getting a few Arctic Monkeys memes on Instagram Reels. And it's it's just like Arctic Monkeys, how Arctic Monkeys sound when I put them on the playlist and my friends aren't vibing to it. It's just some like random northern guy saying words. And then like when I actually listen to Arctic Monkeys now, I'm like, oh fuck, is that what this is? I also realized there's something that there's like a few things that I realized when I started talking to more people from outside of the UK. Um, and one of them is like I have I have no idea how big a British band or artist is outside of the UK. Um, apart from like a few obvious exceptions, until I will be like talking with someone and being like, yeah, this person or this like band. Um, and they say, who is that? And I'm like, ah, okay. They are huge over here, but they don't exist globally. And then equally, like, there's some people where I'm like, they're not like massive, but they are like chart artists, right? Like they'll get fairly big, and I don't expect them to be global, but they will be global, and I'll be like, ah, okay. I just don't know. Have no idea. But Arctic Monkeys aren't a band that I expected to be global. Like I really like Arctic Monkeys. I think they're great, but I didn't expect them to be like I don't know. I guess I just didn't really expect them to be anywhere outside of England, but it turns out they are. And yeah, I was I guess a little surprised. I like them. I've seen them live. Yeah, same. I also like them, and I've also seen them live. Good taste. Well done. Right. This, I don't know why I get so stressed out at that jump. That's a really easy jump. Like it's just a tap jump. You just like tap the X button and hit right. It's a really easy jump, but every time I get stressed because I think it's just because there's so much to lose. Like it's not a difficult jump, but if you fuck it up, you really fall. Right. This is the time we actually make it. No, it's not. Cool. Pog! Back in False King's Keep. Let's go. Man. Bread? Mm. That is genuinely one of my least favorite jumps in this whole game. No, I full sent it. Okay, as long as I don't fall like beyond that top screen of False King's Keep, I'm absolutely fine falling. I I was thinking of playing a little bit more of the puzzle game that I was playing recently, Entropy Center. I think what was it called? Entropy something. Um, but I started feeling a little bit nauseous, like just thinking about playing it. And I was like, no, I'm in my own head about this. I definitely can't. I can't boot up that game again. I'm gonna try and play a little bit off stream, and uh, like maybe just like replay a chapter. I won't get further through the game, just to test it. That's why it's my least favorite jump in the game, by the way. It's not the fact that it is hard because there's plenty of hard jumps. It's the fact that it's hard followed by another hard jump, and both of them you stand to lose quite a lot. And it puts you in a position where it's difficult to get out of as well. It's just the worst. Believe? Thank you for believing. No, 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 no. Fine. It's not fine. Everything's bad. Just do my fucking Honkai Star Rail dailies. Oh man, right. I fall a lot in Jump King, but I feel like I'm falling more than I usually do. No, you know what? I'm out of practice. I'm not falling more than I usually do. I've just not played this game for like 6 or 7 months at this point, and even then I was a little bit out of practice. Except by the checkpoint. Yeah, yeah. Checkpoint jumps are the worst. The absolute worst. So much fucking riding on them. I'll send it again. Oof, oof, oof. Pog! Welcome Shen, welcome Raiders, welcome in. How are you? How was stream? Let's do that. Do the old. Out. Shen, gone. Nailed it. How are you, Shen? And how is everyone today? Welcome in, Dummy. And Mr. Miji. Good. I'm pretty good. I wanted a game where I didn't have to like think very hard, so I'm playing Jump King because it's literally just left, right, up, down. Or not even up, down, like left, right, jump. They're the buttons. I have 3 buttons to press. So I don't need to think about it very much. Nice. Nice, nice game to not think about things too. I slept for more than 24 hours, but I'm surviving. Shen, go to bed. What the fuck? Are you okay? Have you eaten? What were you doing in stream, by the way? I imagine Final Fantasy, right? You of all people should know. Yeah, I know. I get it. But still, I do go to bed. Just don't sleep. I have been sort of causing it myself recently, though. Like there's a lot of times where I can't do anything about it, but I'll recently I've been like staying on my phone when I definitely shouldn't be. My God, that that jump today is killing me for some reason. Like it's way more than usual. You try and go to bed, but sleeping is a different thing. Yeah, yeah. I do know. It's rough. Try to sleep at 4 a.m., but I can't fall asleep. Every little sound. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. Especially when you're off the back of a weekend as well. Like sometimes there's there's times where I won't sleep at all from the Saturday to the Sunday. Um, and then I'll like take a little nap in the middle of the day on Sunday, and then that's it. Like I'm done. Like I am done all the way until like basically Monday night. Um, and that sucks. But yeah, if you are tired now, Shen, like I, I don't want you to get sick because you've stayed up too late or you've stayed awake for too many hours. Probably a better way to say it. Um, but thank you so much for the raid. If you do want to stick around, obviously feel free. But like, don't don't overwork yourself. Don't get sick because of it. So part was that you got to leave work earlier, and you were like, "Yep, you'll sleep." Had your breakfast, tried to sleep, and you couldn't. Kept thinking of the paper ad. Ah, man. That sucks. Thank you for being so I'm very considerate. I'm uh I'm just generally very cool and nice and, you know, all of the other good adjectives. Can you please speak these words? No. Ah, fuck. Can't believe you've done this. There's one of my VTuber siblings, and the person who designed my character Cole, uh, when she oh my god, I got distracted. When she plays, she's also a VTuber called Rika Bob. She's part of a VTuber duo called Ecotone. When she plays Cuphead, she says like fuck a lot. Um, and it sounds exactly like the dude who says, "Oh fuck, can't believe you've done this." Oh, man, it is funny. I can't unhear it, which is like a little bit sad. Like every time she says it, I'm just like, "Yep, it's a dude." I want to be British just to be able to say it. He has a very different accent to me, um, but maybe it's maybe that's like a British thing. I still don't know like how different accents sound in like I don't know how different British accents sound to other people because like it's a lot of the time it's like very distinctive to me. But it's like most German accents sound very similar to me, and most American accents, like with obvious exceptions, like Southern American sounds different to just uh what's the right word for it? Like unaccented American, just like standard like American. Um, but like yeah, beyond like the very very obvious differences, I struggle differentiating. I feel like maybe that might be the same for British accents. German British accent. Well, I feel like German people, when they speak English, sound a little bit British anyway. Um, Mainly because like I feel like a lot of people that learn English learn like the main one, like they learn the T's like to sound like D's, right? Like the soft T. Um, so it's like well, I mean, like an example like water, right? It's like water. It's like the D sound rather than the T sound. Whereas like a lot of British people either skip over the soft T completely, which is why like water or British, right? Um, or it is said as like an actual T. And I feel like a lot of German people when they speak English don't use the D, they use like a T, even when it's like a soft T. So it sounds like posh British a little bit. And obviously like it doesn't sound exactly the same, but it sounds more British than other people who have English as a second language, you know. German people do because water is water in German. Yeah, 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 yeah. But like, it's like not just that, it's like all other like soft T's as well. Like British, for example. Like if a German person says British, it will say like British. It will sound like British. Whereas I think if you come from most other countries, like nearly every other country in the world, and you learn English as a second accent, as a second language, you will learn it with the accent of like an American person. So you will say it like British instead of British, or as most of us would actually say it, British. So I feel like Germany teaches it teaches like the sounds, like the phonemes, more like a British English phoneme, right? But also, there's like a bunch of different. Like, I think water is actually like as well as it being the one that like everyone goes haha like water. It's also like it's a good word to like describe the different phonemes that go into different accents, because not only does it have like the soft T, but it ends in an ER. Um, and Australian, British, and American, like some of the biggest differences in them are the soft T and the ER, because Australians pronounce the ER like British people pronounce the ER, but they pronounce the soft T like Americans pronounce the soft T. So it ends up where water, which is literally like a really small, like two-syllable word, is pronounced completely different by Americans, Australians, and British people. Hal can't explain it. Gotta make them question your pronunciation. Hal is I think Hal is an exception to when I was saying um most people who aren't German pronounce things with American pronunciation. Hal flits between like British and American pronunciations for a lot of things. Um and I feel like that is just a product of Hal uh listening to a lot of British speakers. I imagine like obviously I don't know how like the the extent of like American versus British people you've listened to. but I don't know. It feels like there's definitely like a very strong mix in there. What amazes me that Liam Cox manages to make a German British accent or be a native. I am not sure who that is. I will Google it now using my magical powers of having the internet. When I typed in that, it just came up with, oh, it's a TikTok guy. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, he makes some funny videos. I like him. It's like I need to move it moved my Chrome tab when I Googled him. Well, back on Gucci. So good at that. Mm. Al had both an American and British English teacher in elementary school. Then the pronunciation was mostly American because of media. Yeah, 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 yeah. Then I met British people on the internet, hung out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people. That's another thing. Like a lot of people have Americanized accents because there is just. I keep full sending that, man. There's just more American media. And more popularized American media as well. Oh no, wait. There's another one besides German, which is like I feel like a lot of um, people from India and Pakistan also have uh, the phonemes that are used are the like British phonemes rather than the American ones. Um, there's probably a lot of other examples as well, but I think the like Germany has quite a large English speaking population, and so does India. So it's more like that's that's where it's more notable, I guess, because it's like there's a fairly large English speaking population, so it's noticeable. Basketball player who moved to yeah. I didn't know his name, but I know who he is. He makes funny videos. But yeah, what back to back to like the like Australian American English thing, like the ER at the end of words, like I say it like I guess. Like So like when I say water, it's like t at the end, or if I'm missing the T, which I do a lot of the time, it will be like water. Um, Whereas like the American is like as er should sound, I guess, like but Australians do the American D, but the British er. So it's like water, like water. No, water is American. Water is like Australian. I think it's funny that we all speak the same language and we've like messed around with it so much that all the phonemes are broken. Phonetically, we speak like a different language almost. when I focus on this game, I do so much worse than when I'm just like pressing the buttons. Like if I think like when I just talk randomly, I go up the tower pretty fast. Like I get to where I want to go. Oh my god, when I actually like focus, I just fall every single time. Oops, that's not a full send. Good to know. How much is it? Oh wait, is it a full send but like from further back? No, it's probably not, right? Like this? Yeah. Is that a full send? That's probably a full send. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, let's just full send them all. That was wrong. Okay, good to know. Ah, Pog. I think that might gonna be done. Yeah. Let's let's put something else on. What do I have? Oh, Evanescence, bring me to life. I I found out this song was like 20 years old pretty recently, and I sent it to Type, and she was like, "Gasp! Can't believe it." And then I was like, "Ha ha ha, ha, funny." And I was like laughing at how shocked she was. And then the other day I was like just scrolling through fucking reels, and a little reel came up, and it was like, "Here's a bunch of songs that are 20 years old," and each one was like a fucking gut punch. I was like, "No, they can't be that old." It was horrific, man. It made me feel, man. Don't say that. Mm, I'm a so-called baby as well. uh, if I go far to the left, I can full send that to the right, surely. Yes. Okay. Cool. I was right. I'll make you feel old. Because I'm very young and youthful. Save me. Absolute banger though, right? I don't think I like this jump very much. It looks very daunting. Okay, it wasn't that bad. It's okay. That has to be a full send it because I can't. That's like full height. Okay, okay, okay. Such a small. We go. Why doesn't this genre come back? You know, like what's it called? Planet of the Base, right? Where it's like a very clear um like remake of a lot of 90s like Euro dance sort of songs. Like it feels like exactly like it's just been pulled out of that time. Why don't people do that with this? That's 20 years old now, right? Like surely people can do it with this type of music. I remember listening to this song on the way to school. Same. There was one year where I got the bus to school. I got the school bus. Uh, and then sorry, one sec. I needed to concentrate for that. I'm still fucked up. There was one year where I got the school bus, and I remember there was a kid who was like he was an older kid. He was like in the upper like final 2 years I think of school. I don't remember whether it was year 11 or 12, but um he just blasted like a lot of My Chemical Romance and uh Linkin Park at the back of the top. It was like a double decker bus at the top of the back of the bus. Um, and it was mint. It was really fun. Ah, man, I don't know if does that still does is this genre still. I feel like edgy kids will still listen to this sort of music, right? Like this hasn't changed, surely. My Chemical Romance came on in command, yeah. Yeah, I've put the like it's not a phase mom sort of music on now. That full send? It is. Has to be. Ah, fine. Fine. Imagine young imagine young rebel kids not listening to this. I know. Man. What is the alternative? Like when you're going through like your edgy scene phase. Like what 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 the edgy kids listen to nowadays? It's gotta be this still, right? Like surely. I don't fucking know. My nephew is uh 1 year old. So when he grows up enough to become an edgy an edgy teenager, I'll ask him what he's listening to. God damn it. Got a little while to wait, I guess. I don't like how dangerous these jumps are. Yo, I couldn't imagine that. I gotta drink. Stretch. I think they're in Nightmare Before Christmas, right? So at least that song has gotta stick around, right? Because that's still a film that kids will watch at some point. I think at some point I will do a karaoke of these songs. Not to sing them well, to scream them at the top of my voice. Because that's what I do with this type of music. That's how I enjoy it. Okay, I managed to make it back here. Not too bad. Also left. I really like uh you know what, I'm not gonna try and pull information from my brain at this point because I know that I won't be able to do it. I already had like absolutely fried brain at the start of this stream, and it is now like 20 past 1 in the morning. So information is not gonna come out of my brain. I'm just gonna try and avoid that. Please, why would you do this to me? You usually avoid the radio, but you think radio stations back when my parents are is like alt rock new music that plays the same that was in high school. New music from Twitter. Mm. I I don't know. I do like some modern music as well. I quite like rock music a lot of the time. There's a lot of like there's a lot of it that I don't like as well. Like I have a fairly wide collection of music that I like, but like there is a lot of stuff that's in the charts that I'm not a big fan of. But there's other stuff that I do like. But there was a phase that I went through around like I don't know, I want to say maybe like 2014 ish, where I didn't like any new music for a while, like any new music that was in the charts. I just it was just all like, I this is not what I enjoy. But I think around about like 2018 maybe 2018 2019 roughly, I started enjoying pop music again. Still not all of it, but you know enough of it to pay attention again. But most of uh most of what I listen to is a little bit older. It helps me it helps me work when I like it's when I'm listening to older music, it's not like it's not the same as listening to new music. Like it throws me off. Um New music. Like even if I'm enjoying it, it's like it takes more of my attention away. Um I feel like I'm more actively listening to it. I just made two really big falls. I don't know if I'm gonna play this game anymore. I might do a little bit of just chatting. I'm not doing that. This makes me feel sad. I've gotten to my breaking point. 2 hours 14 is all I can handle of Drum King, it turns out. Uh, let's go to just chatting. Uh, Pug. Nailed it. Okay, cool. Nailed it. Now, when you don't like chart music, you feel old. Yeah, so there's certain types of chart music where I'll listen to it, I won't like it, and I'll be like, is this just am I just not not cool anymore? Um, I think Olivia Rodrigo is one of those. I'm not a fan of pretty much anything she's made. Um, and with how popular she is and like how frequently she's featured like just on the radio and everywhere, I feel like that's got to be a me problem. Like it's not her making bad music, it's just I there's something wrong with me. Oh man. Nana, welcome, welcome, and thank you. Subscribe to hit one. Oh my gosh, 6 months. That's a lot. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know. Like there's sometimes where I'm like, nah, this isn't a me problem for sure. Like this is just bad music. But then there's other times where it's like, mm, no, I think I'm out of touch with things now. Oh man, this song is a banger. I'm glad you think so. It is a banger. Man. I there's there's certain certain things I miss about being a teenager. Most of it, no. Like 99% of it, nah. But like how obsessed I got with certain bands and artists when I was a teenager. I don't I liked that. I liked being obsessed with with certain artists. Um and I don't really get that anymore. Which is a little unfortunate, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know whether it's like a different point of my life that I'm in now, and maybe I'll like swing back around to a point where I get obsessed over people again. But I think I'm just sort of out of that. You like a few of her songs, but I think generally so some of it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too slow and somber for your normal tastes. Um, I I don't. The thing is, a lot of the time when I don't like artists, I can pin down why, but I don't think I can with her. I just there's there's just yeah, I don't even know why I don't. Like it's not like too slow and somber for my normal taste because I like I like Joji and that's like peak depression music. But I don't know like I, it's just her. I don't know. There's artists that sound like her as well that like I don't know. I guess it's just a preference thing. Like there's gonna be a ton of artists that you do like and a ton of artists that you don't. And with me, that's just one that I don't. Nana doesn't miss being obsessed with artists. Feels so time consuming. Yeah, yeah, it did, but I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was a nice waste of time. I think most of your life should be spent wasting time, to be honest. Like doing productive things is like dull. I I feel like I would rather waste as much time as possible doing shit that I enjoy doing. Um, like obsessing over artists, playing video games, spending time with friends. I think being productive is not fun. And what I want to do with my life is try and have fun if I can. I think maybe as well that's what what keeps me coming back to this music as well is like it's it's a point in my life where I had so much free time to do with like whatever I wanted with. Because you know when you're in education, it's just like you've just you just always have like a huge amount of time to do things. Um, and I just I think this whenever I'm listening to this, it's just like ah yes, that part of my life. Hog. Am I just having time to play video games properly? Same, same. That's why that's another reason I want to stream like more is just because it gives me an excuse to play video games a lot more. Man, I remember when I built my first PC. Um, I don't know if I think I've said it on stream before. But like the first PC that I built was my my dad's PC broke when I was in late primary school, so I was like 9 or 10, I think roughly. I don't remember the exact age, but I remember I was like I was very young. I was a lot younger than when most kids get PCs. But my dad's PC broke. Um, and it was an issue with the hard drive. We didn't know that at the time. It just stopped working. And it would show like the like boot menu and then go to a failure screen and like we didn't know what was up with it. So my dad was like, right, okay, this is broken. I'm gonna buy another PC, but he asked his work for a PC like I guess in like in the meantime until he could go out and buy a new PC. Um, and his work were like, yeah, we're actually completely upgrading the suite, like the whole PC suite. So just literally just take one. Like you don't even need to give it back because like they're really old, they're outdated, they don't really work very well, and we're updating them all. So my dad just took one. And then they updated the suite, so he didn't like need to bring it back or anything. It just got replaced with a completely new model. Um, so we had two PCs. One of them was absolutely garbage, like really old, completely outdated, and one of them was pretty good. Like it was a fine PC. It wasn't anything like amazing. It was a few years old, but it was decent. But it was broken. So it was like it was an okay PC but broken. So when my dad got his new PC, um, I asked him if I could have the old ones and look up like how to like replace pieces and like fix them and see if I could use the two PCs to make one that was reasonably good. And he said yeah, so I used his PC to like Google shit until I figured out how to just stitch these two like Frankenstein PCs together. Um, and I made a PC when I was like really young, and I had access to the internet for like the first time ever, completely uninhibited by the fact that it was my parents' PC because it was mine now and it was in my room, and I could buy video games with like a little bit of pocket money that I got, and I immediately learned how to torrent shit so that I could get more video games without having to pay for them because I had no like income. I was I was a child, um, and I like one of the first games I got was Command and Conquer Generals, and then Warcraft 3, which were both like RTSs. I fucking man, those games so good. I played the shit out of them, and the first game I bought legitimately on Steam was I can't remember. It was like a little bit later. Because I literally I didn't have money for like a good few years, but I think it was when Terraria first released. Um, I that was like the first game that I bought for PC, like with my own money. And that was when I was that was when I was tiny. Um, but that was on Steam. There were like a few games that I bought outside of Steam before that. Um, but I can't remember what they were. But yeah, like Steam didn't used to be like as prominent as it is now. Um, but yeah, it was good, man. That was a fun point in my life. Like it was before all of the teenage angst like hit, but I had the like oh man, yeah. Good point in my life. I enjoyed that a lot. Playing dumb fucking games. Um and then I got an Xbox when I was a little bit older and just played essentially nothing but Call of Duty for like a few years because that's what all my friends were playing. So I just switched. I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm a Call of Duty boy now. Nothing else. No other video game I will ever play. I lol, bought a few games and enjoyed. Yeah, I feel like every like I feel like a lot of well, maybe not every, like a lot of teenagers like learn how to pirate games and uh like movies and shit like when they're that age just because it's you just you don't have money but like you want all of these things and it's like well the solution is easy. I just steal them. I take them from the internet. Ah man. My uncle my uncle taught me how to torrent things when I went round to his house. Uh do you know is beginning to lay down, so I shall abide by my cat's wishes. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you very much, Type, for being here and give Gino lots of pets from me. Whoops. Sorry, didn't mute in time. I hope you rest well. Take care. Bye. Mm, yeah, I I torrented a lot of games when I was a kid, and then when I got into my like Xbox years, I I stopped because I I had an Xbox. I didn't like jailbreak it or anything. It was just like that was just how it was. I think I might wind down anyway now and look for someone to raid maybe. Take a gander, see if anyone's online. Sil is online. We like Sil. Sil is a friend. Let's go. Let's go raid Sil. Never had an issue growing up. My roommate didn't want to buy one singular textbook. We got a new mail from our internet provider within 24 hours. Yeah. 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 Yeah, those are I think the methods that you could use to like hide IPs and just generally like avoid viruses as well back in those days was a little bit like internet safety wasn't looked at as much as it was today, or at least I didn't look at it as much. I remember there was a program called Pixel Guardian, which scanned torrented files for viruses, which was like reasonably reliable. It worked most of the time. But hiding my IP was like like people knew like if my internet provider would have known like that I was not doing like legal things back in those days if they wanted to. But yeah, it's it was just like a different time. Like the internet was so different back then. But anyway, we're gonna raid Sil because Sil is live. And I don't get a chance to raid them very much because uh they're in a very different time zone, and I'm not usually streaming at like nearly 2 a.m. in the morning. So let's do that. Thank you everyone for coming by. I've had a fun stream, even though I got a little bit mad at Jump King. Um, I I need to go and hydrate a little bit more because I ran out of water a little while ago, and I'm feeling a little bit dehydrated. So I'm gonna go grab some water and then get ready for bed. But yeah, I appreciate it, everyone. Um, do I have a raid message? Did I ever do that? Should we check? Raid. I didn't. Pog. Pog. All right. Just if you want to stick around and say hi, feel free to. And if not, you don't need to. But I think you'll like Phil. Good person. Um, and anyway, yeah. I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you everyone again for coming. It's been a fun stream, and maybe see you next time. Bye.